What's up, boys? It's your boy Polo Evolve. I'm back with another video today. Alright, wanted to let you guys know that I am funded once again. Haha, let's go. Now, if you guys have been following my other videos, you guys know that I was funded earlier this week, traded like a degenerate, and lost that funded. This is my third time being funded within the last month. So at this point, I'm no stranger to getting funded. It's pretty simple, but I am stuck in that purgatory where I have not received a payout in over a year. The last time I received a payout was back in August 2024, and that was about like a $5,000 payout. It was back when I was trading Forex with funding pips. I'll probably just put it up somewhere here. Really haven't been able to see the same success. Now that I have reflected upon my journey thus far, again, I've been trading for 5 years, still pretty unsuccessful, but we are getting better and better day by day, and that's all that matters. Because we want to focus on the process and how we can get to the end goal. The only way that we will get to the end goal is if we can focus on the process. I haven't really seen any payouts, but I've been funded multiples of times. So I'm at that stage where before it used to be like I couldn't get funded, but I got funded a bunch of times, so I could say, that's not a problem anymore. It's how can I get a payout, and then from there it'll be how can I get consistent payouts. Well, I guess I've already received a payout last year, so now it's how can I get consistent payouts. So again, we're stuck in this purgatory, essentially the payout purgatory. I know some of you guys that are watching probably stuck in I can't get funded purgatory. And maybe some people are stuck in the same purgatory that I am in, which is basically I can get funded, but I can't get a payout. Now, there are some things that I've realized with myself when it came down to, the reasons why I am not able to get a payout. And one of them is definitely greed. I always get greedy, and the thing is, in my external life, which is like my personal life, there have been a whole bunch of setbacks, whole bunch of problems that have occurred within, or I wouldn't even say problems, I'll say challenges that have occurred within the last year, last 3 years, I would say. So first, I want to say that my mom was bedridden with a rare autoimmune disease about 3 years ago. With that being said, I am her personal caregiver. I basically do that full time. I am 28 years old. My mom's about 51 years old as well. So put that into context, it is a bit of a huge responsibility. Like, listen, I have to wipe her ass, I have to shower her, I have to make sure she's fed, I have to make sure she's waking up, doing everything that she needs to do. She's always in the bed. And, it's a big responsibility, but at the same time, with that responsibility, I've kind of allowed myself to become a bitch in a sense where, yes, taking care of someone else is definitely a big task. And I know a lot of people aren't like wired or geared to do that. But at the end of the day, you will do it for someone that you actually care about. That is for sure. If God forbid it ever does happen or something like that does happen in your life, or maybe it already has, I don't know. But if it does happen and you care about that person enough, you most certainly will take care of them. That's inevitable. It is what it is. With that being said, yes, it's a big task, but I allowed myself to kind of, I'd give myself an excuse. Oh yeah, I do this. I take care of her, so I might as well just, smoke up. I might as well just, drink this alcohol. I might as well just eat like shit. I might as well just be lazy today because I've already done so many things. But it's like those things weren't even for my own self. So if you take person A doesn't have these responsibilities, and person A can just focus on themselves and only themselves. Whether they choose to, I don't know, I guess, lock in or lock out, that's up to them. But person B, let's say person B has a lot of responsibilities. In my case, I have to take care of my mom. In other people's cases, maybe they have kids, maybe they have a wife, maybe, they have a whole bunch of responsibilities. And so they don't have as much time to actually lock in or lock out. And with that being said, if both people, person A and person B, are locked in, person A is still going to run laps around person B. Why? Because they have more time to themselves. So if they're actually truly locking in and not wasting any time, they're just going to run laps around person B. So person B, instead of being a bitch, and again, I'm talking about myself, I was being a bitch. Instead of being a bitch, all you have to do is understand that, hey, person A is still running laps around me. It doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I have to do X, Y, and Z, because all that matters is the end result. Are you successful or are you not, right? People don't even care about that at the end of the day. Like when they see someone that's successful, they don't care, oh, this person had to go through this or this person had to do this on their come up. They don't give a fuck. Are they successful or are they not? So at the end of the day, when you realize that, you realize like there are no excuses. And if you keep giving yourself excuses as to why I'm not successful, it's because More times than not, if you look yourself in the mirror, you will then realize that the only person that you can blame for not being successful is yourself. You are the only one that can actually put in the work. You are the only one that can get up on time, that can actually do the external work, go to the gym, eat clean, meditate, pray, read books. Are you constantly feeding your mind with positive energy, positive things? Are you avoiding doom scrolling and all these degenerate habits? It's all up to you, brother. And I know the thing is, like, you could use every excuse in the book. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, are you successful or are you not? And more times than not, the people that are successful put in the work, and people that are not successful, quite simply, they just did not put in the work. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. Anyway, moving on. I hope you guys understand the point. It's basically, I had this fear of not being able to make it, not being able to take care of my people. And at the same time, I was giving myself a whole bunch of excuses as to why I deserved to just kind of chill out or not do as much work as I know I should be doing, because I know that my goal is I want to be successful. I want to have the time freedom, location freedom, and the financial freedom that trading does offer. But I wasn't willing to put in the actual external work. Listen, I've gotten past learning how to read charts, learning how to read price action. All that stuff is done and gone with, but I haven't done the internal work. And that's why I was still stuck in purgatory for so long. And the people that end up being successful over such a short period of time, yes, maybe some people get lucky, but a lot of people have already done the internal work, or they're using their time so efficiently that they know that all they have to do is, okay, I'll stick to my plan, make sure that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing on the charts and off the charts. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense for you guys. It definitely does for me. So in order to get to the next level, all I have to do is just stay locked in and make a bunch of sacrifices, which is, again, it's inevitable. It is what it is. I don't really care, because at this point, I realize my goals are much more important than me, whatever sort of short-term gratification that I could get from all this like short-term dopamine chasing, pleasure seeking activities, right? Hopefully I was able to give you guys a different perspective on the journey of becoming profitable, or even just becoming successful in any sort of industry, right? It takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of, no BS, not giving into the excuses, not listening to that inner bitch voice, right? Which I was doing for so long. And the reason, I guess, that I'm able to get funded so quickly now is because, yes, I have a lot of experience in the market, but it's also the fact that slowly but surely I've been able to make these refinements in my journey and cut out all these bad habits slowly but surely, right? It's not like overnight I got rid of all my bad habits. Slowly but surely it happened, and that's why I've been able to see this gradual success. But I know I can speed up this process if I choose to, right? If you know that what you're doing, like X, Y, and Z, X, Y, Z, you know that X and Y work, and every week you reflect upon what you're doing. X works, Y works, but Z doesn't work. So week one passes by and okay, X, Y, they worked, but Z didn't work. But if you choose to continuously do Z, if you continuously do Z week after week, why would you expect any different results? I'm gonna use like an example from fitness. A lot of people will go to the gym from Monday to Friday, but Friday will come and they'll completely fuck up their progress. Why? Because they'll eat like shit, they'll go out and drink, they'll binge drink with their friends, they'll go to sleep late, they'll allow themselves to be hungover for the next day, and then they will ruin their momentum, and then their next week starts off poor. Yes, they were locked in from Monday to Friday, but that's basically doing X and Y. But then when they got to Z, which is Friday, they keep fucking up. So every week they keep doing that, right? And this was me too at one point in a time, where I would just do X and Y and I would just fuck up. And I wasn't making progress. I'd make a little bit of progress, but it wasn't the progress that I wanted to make. Anyway, it's just a little bit of food for thought, guys. This is something that I'm struggling with personally myself, but you guys let me know in the comments below, where are you guys on your trading journey? Are you guys looking to get funded? Are you stuck in payout purgatory where I am, where you can get funded, but you're not able to get a payout or consistent payouts? Or are you guys getting consistent payouts and you're just watching this video for fun? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts, guys. That's all for today, boys. Take it easy.